Did you know that your personality traits can affect the kind of scams that pose a threat to you? You may think, there's no way I'd ever fall for a scam. But with thousands of variations out there designed to trick even the most discerning among us, you may be more vulnerable than you think. So how does your personality affect your risk? We looked at 3 personality clusters: worriers, sociable and agreeable, and introverts.
What we know is people who might be more fearful and maybe more likely to fall for authority-based scams. So a good example of this is the HMRC scam.
I need you, or your retained solicitor of record, to call us back. The issue at hand is extremely time sensitive.
The well-known HMRC scam involves a phone call or voicemail saying that there's a warrant out for your arrest. Like a sextortion scam, it plays on fear.
If you do not call us back, then get ready to face the legal consequences. Goodbye, and take care.
If you're not a particularly fearful person, you might not fall for something like this. But think about your personality. Do you consider yourself an extrovert?
Those people who might have these more sort of social traits, so things like agreeableness, high extroversion, may be more likely to fall for these scams which are more commitment-based, so things like romance scams.
Suddenly you've met somebody who after about 2 weeks is now, being terribly complimentary and flowers come and what have you. Of course, one is bowled over.
Romance scams or hard luck stories can trick all sorts of people. They often take place online, but can take place in person too, and can persuade people to hand over massive sums of money.
The part that will never leave me is the financial ruin, and the fact that I'm going to be paying people back in bits and pieces every single month for the rest of my life.
On the other end of the spectrum is introversion. Similar to the worrier personality trait, people who are introverted are particularly vulnerable to authority-based scams.
People might be more introverted, maybe more likely to be vulnerable to scams such as a Bitcoin scam, so ones that are characterised by things like authority and consensus. So this is making somebody feel that everybody else is involved in this and it's something that they should be doing because everybody else has done it.
With so many different scams doing the rounds, no one is immune. Although, as we've seen, some people are more at risk than others. Now, you can't change your personality, but it's worth thinking about how you position yourself online.
Being aware of what tends to motivate you as a person in terms of your behaviour. And, if you're one of these people who might encompass a lot more of these sorts of social traits, like things like agreeableness, it's being aware of what are the things that you tend to share or tend to engage in, for example, on social media, and maybe just taking a step back and thinking, why is it that I'm sharing this? Or why is it that I want to engage in this in the first place? And being kind of critical of one's own behaviour, so regulating that thought process.
If you want advice on the latest scams to be aware of, click this link to sign up to our Scam Alerts email. And check out the video below to find out how to spot and avoid a scam website.